good morning, and happy Saturday. I hope everybody's having a great day. Please let me know if you can hear and see me all right. Just want to make sure with every broadcast that you guys can hear and see me good. Good morning, Dwayne. First one in here this morning. Good morning. Okay, I did mute. Yay, I remembered. Almost thought I was going to have a newbie moment because I didn't know for sure if my YouTube was muted or not. So let's wait for a few people to come in, and I have an announcement to make. So I'm gonna turn off my sound. It has been a good morning. We went to the beach yesterday and I got some sun. Red Lobster. Tommy got some sun. He's redder than I am, which is unusual. And so it was a good day yesterday. We had a cookout, and it was an unexpected cookout, but we had fun. So hello everybody who has just recently joined. Good morning. So our state actually, the state of Wisconsin actually was fully opened up Wednesday night. And so everybody and their mother was out. It was kind of cool to see everybody, and everybody was being safe. They really were. So hello, Aunt Kelly. Good morning. Happy Saturday. I have my big Deadpool cup. Love Deadpool. How are you doing, Auntie? I'm doing really good today. So we have a topic that I want to talk about today. Not happy, no coffee. Auntie, what is going on? That's not good. Did you stop at Dunkin' Donuts for your coffee yet? Or haven't you made it that far yet? This morning I woke up and I actually had coffee in the coffee maker, so I was super happy. And then the kids made another pot of coffee, so you'll be happy in 2 minutes. Dunkin' Donuts trip. Good morning, Larry. Thank you for joining me. Are you having a good Saturday so far? Sorry, I have a frog in my throat today. And yesterday I accidentally swallowed a bug while I was out and about, and it was very disgusting. And so, that is like the worst thing ever. Well, drink a Dunkin' Donuts coffee for me, Auntie. I just have regular homemade coffee. That's what I have. So yeah, I don't know. It was kind of crazy yesterday, but we cooked out at the beach, and then Tommy took me for a little ride in the little boat they were in, and that was fun. And then we had during that time we have rock formations. And how do you get tie-dye off tile floor? I am not sure, and I apologize. It's very loud all of a sudden. The kids came back with Steve from the flea market. So our flea market's open, but not everybody's open yet. And then there's some counties that are trying to reinforce the stay-at-home order, which I feel sorry for those counties when they get in trouble. But our state is completely open. Let me look it up, Auntie, here. How to remove tie-dye from tile floor. Oops, not that. All right. From floor. Okay, so here, let me share my screen real quick so you can see it, Auntie. It says, dampen a soft cloth with rubbing alcohol and wipe the alcohol onto the stain. Wipe the stain with hydrogen peroxide, then use a wet cloth to rinse. If peroxide alone doesn't work, try combining it with baking soda. I don't know how to say this, but methylate spirits can also be used to remove some dye stains. So I hope that helps. I can send you the link if you need, Auntie. Actually, I'm just going to send you what I found. Let me find you. All right. This is where you can find it, Auntie. Larry says, yep, Saturday good so far. Thanks for asking. How is yours going? Mine's going good. We're trying to figure out what we're going to do. I'm not going to be on too long today. There's some things I want to kind of do with my channel, still keeping with mental health, but my Saturday shows, I kind of want to be more focused on certain topics. And I'm grateful for everybody who subbed to me, who shows up every Saturday. I love you guys to death. You are awesome. But I kind of want to focus, like I need your guys' help for every Saturday so we can talk on a specific topic when it comes to mental health. I have some notes, and so of things I'd like to do each Saturday. Next Saturday is my 1-year anniversary from my spleen exploding. And so next week is going to be pretty interesting. I have most of everything prepped for it to share with you guys, with my struggles and the things I've dealt with since my spleen has been removed. And so I'm super excited about that to share with you guys and girls. Oops, gotta get. Uh-oh, not working, and McKenna has it. Oh, well, I sent you the link. There's a bunch of different links that you can try to see. I just sent you the main Google search. So let me know if any of those work, because then I can share that. Yeah, tie-dye is something. But anyway, so I wanna focus more on certain mental health stuff, kind of narrow it down, and bring awareness to the mental health and what people go through during it. And so this week I decided that I wanted to talk about what kind of activities do you guys do when you feel that your mental health is starting to affect everything around you? Like, what kind of things do you use to calm yourself down, or try to help it from getting really bad? What are your triggers? What are your or not, what are your triggers? What is one thing or a few things that you have found that helps with your mental health, triggers? Me, I listen to music. I like to, depending on what triggered my anxiety, it will depend on what type of music I listen to. I just, like, if it's just, yeah, I don't know how to explain it. When I feel like a badass, I listen to Suicide Squad, the soundtrack for Suicide Squad. I listen to ICP. I listen to country hip hop. But if I'm feeling really low and I need a pickup, and I need to I need to, like, get myself in a better mood, and I'm not really sure why I'm in that low mood, I always go to Moccasin Creek. It's a country hip hop group that the lead singer talks about his struggles with mental health and the things that he's gone through. And he actually puts those into his songs. He's written songs about it, and it's awesome. I absolutely love it. And the one that I can relate to the most it's called Walk Through Hell. Let me pull up the link for that song. Walk through hell. Oops, I had to move this. Sorry about that. Moccasin Creek. It's one of my all-time favorite songs. It's it's a good song, and I can relate so much to that song. Here we go. Let me get the link real quick. It's a song that I can relate to, and that's my like go-to song. That it sounds weird, but it's a song that helps me remember that I'm not alone and that I can do it and I can get through it. And so Larry says that just talking about it sometimes, and that's good. You know, you always want to have somebody, and I call it a support buddy, that you can go to and you feel comfortable enough to talk to them and express what's going on inside your head. Because for me, a lot of times with my mental health, I'm constantly feeling like I'm in a war and I don't know which side's going to win. And a lot of times, I'm going to be honest, a lot of times when I'm struggling, the negative part of the mental health, like all the negativity, tries to win, and a lot of times it does. And so when the negativity wins, I go to that song, Walk Through Hell, and it helps me remember. Like I said, it helps me to remember I'm not alone. Other people struggle, and if they can make it through it, I can make it through it. And so it's an awesome song, and I love Moccasin Creek. Tommy has always loved Moccasin Creek. That's like one of his favorite all-time music groups. And for me, I like them, but when he came out and started talking about his mental health and the struggles that he went through and still goes through, I completely and utterly was like, wow. It blew my mind. It really blew my mind, to the point where I was like, he's made it, and he's being honest, and he's telling people what he went through during his darkest times. And if he can do it, I can do it. And so it's pretty awesome to be able to relate to people who are famous, or what's the term? They're famous, but not like super A-lister famous, which I believe he should be. I mean, the whole group should be. They're amazing people. And so thank you for sharing your story. It's Mr. McCool, you're awesome. And I greatly appreciate everything that you do. So, so what kind of things Larry, do you have somebody that you would classify your support buddy if things start to get rough and mental health is like weighing you down? Do you have a support buddy? Because I'm going to actually put that in chat. Hashtag support buddy. Because I do. I have a couple people that I would classify my support buddy, that I can call at any time if I'm struggling and I just can't seem to Good morning, fishing and picking. I'm waiting for your comment to come up in StreamYard. He's like, yes, he has poo. Well, you know what? Winnie the Pooh is not a bad support buddy. Larry says, yeah, I guess two of them. And that's good. You have two people. I have, I don't even know exactly the number off the top of my head of people that I can call and any time of the day if I'm struggling. And so I know I have one, two, three, well, maybe five, which is good. And then I have Tommy too. Sometimes Tommy understands, and then other times he's like, I don't. I don't know how to deal with it. And so Larry, you have two poos. That's funny. But all in all, it's so important to have somebody that you can relate to that understands what you're going through. Most, it's kind of like, what is that? AA, where you have your sponsor. And I really would like to encourage people to have a support buddy, someone that they feel that they can talk to, and it's not going to get put all around the world and are not blasted on YouTube or in their town. Just somebody that you can rely on. And Larry, that's awesome that you have two. Good morning, Crystal. How are you this morning? Happy Saturday. Is your state open yet? Ours is. Ours was open Wednesday about 5:30. Our state was completely open. So we went to the beach yesterday, and Tommy and Steve were fishing most of the day. And we went out there, me and the kids went out there and did some grilling and hung out. Like I was saying before, I got off track. My bad. So yesterday when Tommy took me on the boat, we have these rock formations. They're so cool. And me and Tommy were talking about, we could build a house inside of one of those. Well, they have sparrow nests everywhere in those rock formations. And he took me around one of the rock formations, and there was tons of sparrows. It was like, for me, it was awesome. I loved it. And I had a sparrow that came really close to my face and flew around, and I was talking to him, and Tommy was just laughing at me. I love birds. That's another thing that I do when I'm feeling down with especially if my anxiety is high. I have Mr. Pickles, and so he is my my support animal, and I'm his support human. But he helps me too. He'll sit there and he'll start singing, or he'll laugh just randomly, especially if I'm in an anxiety attack. It's like he can tell, and he'll start laughing, and his laugh is so funny that it sometimes helps me pull out of my anxiety, which is awesome. And then he'll start doing the wolf whistle, and then he'll do his dueling banjos, and that really, really helps me with my anxiety. It does. It puts a smile on my face, and it makes me remember that I have him. And then the other day, we were sitting outside. Mr. Pickles was on my shoulder. He actually ended up in my hoodie, and he's never has he ever sang or wolf whistled off of his cage. It's just not something that he ever did. And then we were sitting outside the other day, and he did the wolf whistle, and then he started doing his dueling banjos. And I was so happy and so excited that I started crying. It was good tears, I promise. It was good tears. But he has come such a long way from his own PTSD and his anxiety, that he felt comfortable enough to do that And so I was so proud of him. Crystal says, we are in phase 1 of 4. Restaurants opened up to 50% capacity, but people were being dumb and they closed again. Uh-oh, not good. Good morning, Craig. Not Greg, Craig. My phone doesn't change your name. But good morning, happy Saturday. Hope you're having a great Saturday. So yeah, it's been crazy. What are some of the things that Craig and Crystal, what are some of the things that you do, or your son Crystal does to kind of help his what's going on with him if he gets stressed or anxiety? What are some things that you guys do when it's heightened, to bring yourself down, to bring yourself to a level playing field? Like I said before, you know, I listen to Moccasin Creek. I spend time with Mr. Pickles, stuff like that. Oh, and I also make designs for t-shirts and mugs. That's another thing that helps me with my anxiety. He does kickboxing. I'm just waiting for it to pop up on StreamYard. Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. Now, I'm not exactly sure what kickboxing is. I know what boxing is, but what's the difference between regular boxing and kickboxing? And how exactly does it help him? Does it help him release whatever's going on? I should look that up. Kickboxing. Kickboxing. Oops. There we go. Is a group of stand-up combat sports based on kicking and punching. Oh, okay. All right. It's all kicking? Yeah. I kind of walked into that one, didn't I, Crystal? It kind of explains it. I didn't know if it was like a certain, it was called that and it was something else, but yeah. So I'm going to do a little bit of a route change with my channel. The last 15 minutes, I'd like, you know, I'm going to open it up and everything, and we can discuss, you know, whatever everybody's comfortable discussing. I'm going to be on shorter times now. And with summer too, we're pretty busy. So during the weekends, so I'm going to shorten up my time being live. That way we can go do what we need to do. And then I might actually, I was thinking of maybe doing another live during the week for a short time to open it up to whatever and needs to be addressed and stuff like that. But the last 15, maybe 20 minutes of the live, I would like to, hello, Derek. Good morning. Happy Saturday to you and your lovely wife. Get ideas for what we could talk about for the following week, the next week for the live. I want to kind of focus it down more on Saturday mental health live chat so that, you know, we're incorporating more mental health talk. Because I really want to be able to help people, and I want people to understand that mental health is so important to address. And you guys have all been amazing, supporting me, showing love to my channel, and I absolutely love you guys for it. So I'm very, very thankful for you all. He loves, okay, Crystal says her son loves martial arts, and it's been great for him. He has a black belt in karate. Nice. Yeah, I can't kick that high anymore. I used to could at one time. No, I used to be able to kick real high, do the splits and aerials and all that stuff, and then I got old. I was in cheerleading. Good morning, Susie Woozy. Welcome, welcome. Happy Saturday. Thank you for joining us. How is your Saturday so far? Mine is amazing. Um, is there anything that you do or anybody that you know who struggles with mental health does to kind of help them, kind of come down from their anxiety or any of their mental health issues that happens, like flares up? Um, oh, that's awesome to hear, Susie. That is awesome. It is good. And that's what I want to hear. I want people to be, happy and have great days. And um, and so mental health is a struggle all on its own. And when you're fighting against yourself and life up here, it's hard to figure out, which way to go. Derek, what he does is he does drawings and customs. He does custom cars, little Hot Wheel type custom cars. And they're really awesome. I've seen a lot of the ones that he's done, and they are really awesome. He's so good at it. Very talented artist, Derek. You are. Wait, I think I sounded like Yoda there for a minute. Just not his voice. Spoke like him. There's another song too. Let me see if I can find it. Here we go. There's another song I listen to as well. I listen to music, inspirational music, that helps me with coming out of a mental health, anxiety, PTSD, stuff like that. My daughter actually introduced me to the song, but I have to find it now. I have it saved. I just need to find it. Oh no, it jumped on me. Stop jumping on me. How does that even work when you're not really doing anything with your mouse? And I sing. Oh, here we go. Oops. Nope, I don't want to start it. I don't want to play it. I just want the name of the song. There we go. Okay, I found the name of the song. So let me pull it up, and I will drop the link for that. I don't want the lyrics. I just want the actual song. This one helps too, for me personally. I'm trying to learn the song, and it's kind of hard to it's kind of hard to well, it's going to give me lyrics anyway, and I apologize for that. But it's like an outside look of somebody who loves somebody with mental health. And so there we go. I dropped the link in chat. There we go. I think it came up. Let me know if you see that link in chat. I don't know what happened. But anyway, it's a story of somebody who was with somebody who had mental health, and them trying to reach out to help them get through their mental health. Susie Woozy says, I have ups and downs in the same day. I spend time with my dogs. They are distracting. That's awesome. Animals are so important, I believe. You know, me personally, I feel that animals are very important when it comes to mental health because they love unconditional. They don't judge. They will show you love no matter what. And so, and they have a like a sixth sense where they know something's going on, and they they just, it's like they know, they're pre-programmed without you having to program them or train them how to give that love. And it helps. I feel that it helps. Good morning, Kim, my Irish twin. Much love, dear, much love. Thank you. I just kind of threw my hair up quickly. I was like, what was it, like 11 or 10:45, and I was like, crap, I forgot to get ready. So so I just kind of threw on a little as quick as possible. So I appreciate it. Thank you. Um, Kimmy, is there anything that you do that if you get anxiety attacks or anything like that, that helps you come down from your anxiety attacks, or any of your any mental health stuff, or anybody, not even per se you, but anybody that's around you that could be struggling? I love having the input because, you know, the more input we get, the better we can help other people. And if something that we're trying isn't working, then maybe something that somebody else tried will help us. Crystal says, I like to clean and organize. That helps me. Hey, Crystal, you want to come over? I need to be trained and taught how to organize. I know how to clean. I'm not very organized. I need help with that. My mental health actually, um, it it causes me to be very, very unorganized. Um, I know where stuff is, but nobody else knows where it is, and it's not organized. So I need to learn how to become very much organized. Uh, Thank you, Kim. Whatever you did, you look beautiful. Wish I could roll out of bed looking awesome. Well, you do. And you know you do. I told you that, girl. So she says, I listen to music or paint. And that's awesome. I wish I could paint. I listen to music, but I wish I could paint. I'm just not, I don't have a steady hand anymore for painting. I can paint lawn ornaments really well. I My first job was at Duco Arts, and I was like 16, 17 years old, and it was my first job ever. And it's like actual paying job. I shouldn't say it was my first job ever. It was my first paying job ever that I got on my own, not through school, not through, you know, watching my brothers or anything like that. And I was hired because I was able to do the very fine detail on the figurines and stuff. Like I could paint their eyelashes and their, like, make them look like they have eyeliner. I'll define their eyes and stuff like that, and their lips and all the small detail. I was really good at, and now I'm not. I shake too much, and and I mean, it's not real bad, but you can't paint a fine line when you move just slightly. And so I miss doing it, and I do have to redo some of my lawn ornaments because they've faded. And so I might go live when I do that. So thank you, Larry, for joining us. Much love, my friend. Have an amazing rest of your day. Crystal says, throw it all away. That's how I organize. Yeah, see, and I have an issue with throwing away things. It's, I don't know, maybe because of the things I've been through, it's really hard for me to get rid of stuff because I think I'm going to need it in the future. And so I've gotten better, but I'm not at 100%. Oops. Kimmy says, if I can't do those things, I try to center myself by focusing on my surroundings. Find 5 things I see. 4 I can't touch. 3 I can hear. 2 I can smell. And by the time I get to 1, I'm usually calmer. Oh, so you do the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 countdown, and you just added to it. That's pretty awesome. I really like that idea. That is really, really a good idea. So I'm going to put that back up here and leave that up for a few minutes, so that other people can see it and write it down. And because that is an awesome way to try to calm yourself when you don't have things near you that you would normally use to calm yourself down. That is awesome. I'm going to have to remember that. Actually, I think after the live, I'm going to write that down. That way I can put it up on my little area here, so that I'm going to try that, because I really, really, really like that. Kimmy also says, make abstract art or do acrylic pours. Doesn't matter if you shake then. You know, that's a really good idea. That's a really good idea. I can clean and organize if I'm pissed. So if I'm silent and cleaning my house, just back away slowly. See, Tommy, okay, so Tommy, what works for me, it doesn't last, and he knows it, but what works for me is Tommy will put on like the TV show Hoarders, and he will watch, he'll play it back to back for like 3 days, and then all of a sudden, and I don't know why it does that, I don't know why my brain mentally clicks, but it takes about 3 days, and then I go through and I go through one room and I start purging stuff, getting it away, and then after I do that, my anxiety kicks in, and I realized that I might have thrown something away. So I have an anxiety attack, but he always knows how to calm me down from that at that time. And like I said before, we do different things when, our mental health kicks in and we're trying to like figure it out. We do different things depending on the situation. And so for that, Tommy's like, nope, it's all right. You did good. You got this room done. And then he waits a little bit, and then he'll do it again. And then I'll go through another room. And so, yeah, it's all in how you look at it, and how it, deep down it affects you. And I feel bad for the people that are hoarders, because I know what it's like, and mine is mild compared to what they go through on the show. My anxiety and my breakdowns. I mean, they're pretty mild compared to what the people on Hoarders go through, and so it's and that's what I was saying before when I read your comment. I clean and organize when I'm pissed. I do that too, and I think maybe that's why with my mental health it clicks in, but it takes about 3 days to kind of click in. And then, or he'll tell me, you have too many clothes, you really have too many clothes, and there's no room for them. And then we'll get into a little disagreement about it, and I'll get really mad, and then I purge my clothes. It's weird. Good morning, Sonia. Welcome. Happy Saturday. Or is it Sunday by you? I can never remember. But thank you for joining me. I hope you're having a beautiful day either way. Good morning, Dwayne. He's like, good morning, knuckleheads. Am I Robin Williams? We just watched that Good Morning Vietnam movie. I love that movie. I love Robin Williams. I really love Robin Williams. And it was very heartbreaking to find out that he passed away because of his mental health. He didn't have anybody that he could open up to. And that really, really broke my heart. But I am a huge fan of Robin Williams. I will watch any and every movie if he is in it. He also was in, what movie was that? Fern Gully as the Bat. And love that movie too. Yeah, I did too, Kimmy. I cried. I was heartbroken. I was like, oh, no. And then it took me a long time to even believe the hype that came after that about him having mental health. And I was like, there's no way. He was too happy. He was way too happy. He was way too good at what he did. But then I realized that, it took a bit. I'm not going to lie. It took a bit. But then I realized, well, I didn't talk about my mental health either. I kept great at faking it. Exactly, Dwayne. Exactly. And then I kind of related it to things that I've been through. And this is how I do things as well, is, in order for me to understand, I guess I got to relate it to me personally and things I've been through. And then I was like, you know what? It makes sense. It makes sense. And so that's why mental health is so important to talk about. We can't hide it anymore. Miss Doubtfire, that was awesome. That was awesome. Tommy, when Tommy and I watched that, he was like, should I go get a cake and put it on my face? I'm like, no, don't waste the cake like that. We'll just watch it on TV. Oh, Susie Woozy, got to meet him. Did he? So I don't know exactly what he was like personally, but I would like to believe that he was the same way on movies that he was in real life. I don't know if that's true, other than I know now that he struggled with mental health. But out in public, being himself for the most part, he seemed like he was really putting it on. He had to psych himself up to go on stage. Oh, see, I would have never suspected that from him. I would have thought it came naturally, because it's what he put off as being naturally. Okay, so real quick for everybody who just joined us, I have Kimmy's message up on down below me. Okay, down below me. And it says, I can't do those things. I try to center myself by focusing on my surroundings. She finds 5 things I can see, 4 things I can touch, 3 I can hear, 2 I can smell, and by the time she gets to 1, she's usually calmer. So I really feel that's important, and I love it. And so I've kept it up because I'd like for people to try it. And see if it helps you as well, because it's awesome. Absolutely love that. Real quick. No, Tommy is not fishing at the moment. He's actually on the porch with his buddy, probably watching. Hello, honey. I love you. Good morning, Doug, if you're watching, because I'm sure if they are watching, they're watching it together. And so we're not sure exactly what we're doing this afternoon. I do have to work on 2 shirts, 2 orders. And so I got those done. That's what took me so long to get ready before I got ready, because I forgot that I thought it was earlier and I didn't realize the time and stuff. So I'm actually going to drop the link in chat. So it's about the last 15-16 minutes of the live today for this episode. So I'm going to open it up for anybody who'd like to join. It would be great. Good morning, Amy. Much love, my friends. Oh, my computer, my StreamYard jumped. I apologize. I want to catch what everybody's saying. Okay, so Dwayne says exactly. No one is alone. There's always someone out there going through a similar issue. Exactly. Exactly. Because if he's fired for not bringing me. that would be Tommy. He'd be fired for not taking Kimmy fishing. He wants to go out and try to fish on the ocean. I think that's what calms him down, because he doesn't have any mental issues, thank God. But I think I stress him out when I go through my anxiety or my PTSD. I think I stress him out even though he doesn't show it. I know I would stress me out. Wait, I do stress me out. Let me get that correct. I do stress me out when I'm in a PTS episode or an anxiety episode. So I'm sure it stresses him out. And so my anxiety has been pretty high as of recently. And my dreams are, the PTSD with my dreams are kicking in. So now that our state is open, I'm able to call Monday, make an appointment. Hopefully they'll be able to get me in soon so I can get on some new medication, because the medication that they had me on before, it was great, but that medication I was on it for a couple months, and then all of a sudden I started having suicidal nightmares, and it was like being in a Quantum Leap TV episode, jumping from one scenario to another. And so that's what happened with me with my medication. So now I have to find something that's not going to do that. Susie Woozy said, this is back to Robin Williams, I believe. He seemed like he was really putting it. Okay, we already talked about that. See, I'm falling behind. I am going fishing on Wednesday. Tommy's been catching sturgeon. He's been catching sturgeons. Good morning, Amy.
Good morning.
How are you this fine Saturday morning?
I don't know. I just woke up.
Susie Woozy says super brilliant and funny, but it was a lot of pressure. Yeah, and that's the thing. You know, you look at celebrities and you think that they have it all together, and that was my problem. I thought he had everything together. I would have never suspected that he had mental health issues and that he struggled. And so it was a big shock to me. It took me a while to accept the fact that he could have had mental health issues. And
who are you talking about?
Robin Williams.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And so I want to say that's when I really realized that in my life, that no matter who you are, be a super celebrity, A-lister, or a normal person that's not famous, we all struggle. We all struggle. And it's important to have each other to lean on, especially if, you can be diagnosed with the same thing, but it affects you differently in so many ways. And so Kim says, if you look at the comedians in the limelight, most of them have a dark side. I talk about that too. Every high is a low. You have to attempt to find balance. Exactly.
There's actually quite a few. Can you hear that, or is it just me that can hear the feedback?
I don't hear any feedback. Can you
guys I hear
feedback on Amy?
I can hear myself say it after I say it.
Yeah, I don't hear that at all.
Okay, I turned it down. Maybe that'll help. There's actually a lot of celebrities, whether it's like movie stars, musicians, like whatever, that you'd be surprised.
She says there's an echo. I don't hear the echo. It doesn't do it every time, but there is one. Okay. That must be
I turned it down, so it might help.
Okay, let us know if that worked.
But
much better now. Awesome.
There was a you're not that okay, we're about the same age. Okay, I had to think for a second. I'm sorry, I just woke up. I really did. There's the band Linkin Park.
Okay.
Okay, one of the guys, I think it was like 3, maybe 4 years ago, committed suicide. Before
Hmm.
that, a guy from Soundgarden committed suicide.
Wait,
If
what?
you listen, they committed suicide
I didn't
like
know that.
right
Oh,
after one, right after another.
I knew about Lincoln Park, but I didn't know about the guy from Soundgarden.
Yeah, it was it Soundgarden. And I can't remember. Chris Cornell.
Really?
Yeah, he committed suicide, and then right after, like not long after that, then Chester from Linkin Park committed suicide. If
Oh,
you
wow.
listen to Linkin Park's music, like really listen to it, he was like it was like cry for help.
Yeah. And a lot of people don't realize when somebody is doing that, um, that it's a cry for help. And then, they just, oh, I love that song. And then when they pass away, people are like, we never knew. And then you go back and you listen to what they were singing about it. It was like, duh. Why didn't we know? Why didn't we
Right?
realize that before?
I
You
never
know?
did. I've been listening to Linkin Park since they came out. Never once thought I'm like, oh, I love their music. And then after he committed suicide, I not so much listen to it in my adult life, but when I was younger. And then it was like maybe a year after he committed suicide, I was listening to the song Crawling. And oh, like my skin was crawling for sure because then it clicked.
Yeah, that's wild. Wow.
Because it starts out crawling in my skin. These wounds, they will not heal.
Mm,
Like right, it's pretty deep if you actually pay attention to what he's saying.
yeah. And I think, a lot of people don't realize it because it's not highly spoken about mental health.
It's not.
And it's
No, but people are
so
famous. They don't want everybody to know because
right,
then, well, I won't have that fan anymore, or they're under a contract, so they can't talk about it, or there's a reason. Sometimes it's
right.
because of them. Sometimes it's because of like a contract they have.
Tommy, if you're watching, Kimmy says, Tommy, if you're lurking, take me fishing. I'll bring the beer. He might not be watching. He'll watch later, but I'm sure he'll message you, Kimmy. um, Dwayne says that I might take my motorcycle and a fishing pole and hit some lakes. Ooh, we were just talking about that before the live, me and Tommy, about taking his dad's motorcycle for a ride. And then, yeah, that fell through because we need a battery for the motorcycle. We got to renew it, the plates on it. So totally brain forgot, you know. Um, Sonia says ocean fishing is awesome. Um, Dwayne says he's never been. Uh, he would love to, though. I remember fishing with my dad on the ocean when I was little, and that's such a great memory um, for me. Not that I have a whole lot of great memories. I mean, I have a lot more great memories than bad memories, but with my mental health, a lot of times I'm always remembering the negative instead of the positive. But I remember going fishing with my dad on the ocean and not liking it too much and
You'd have to get a really big boat for me to go in the ocean like that.
yeah, my dad just had a little putt putt type
No way.
we didn't go
I barely put my ankles in the water. You know what lives in that water?
I used to go in that water until something grabbed me and pulled me under, and we're good to go. I'm not going in it anymore.
I've only been down there. We were down there for like a week a few years ago in Florida, and
Keep
my
your
dad's like,
thank you.
"Come out with me," and I'm like, "Okay." So I go out a little further than my ankles, not much, just a little. That wave about, oh my gosh, if he wouldn't have been there, I probably would have died. 'Cause I panicked so bad.
I can't go into any type of water, body of water, I should say.
You're
Like I can go in
frozen.
a hot
Okay,
tub,
you're good
I can go
now.
in a swimming pool, I can go in the shower, but do not make me go any further than I can't. If I can't see my feet, that's as far as I go. I go backwards till I can see my feet, and I'm good to go. Um, they're talking
That's a
about
lot of
more.
water to be, in, and it's very intimidating,
You don't know what's in that water. Tommy
especially
just
when you
pulled
don't know
out.
how to swim.
I had to teach myself how to swim. The anxiety I had for myself to teach myself how to swim. I didn't learn how to swim until like maybe 3 years ago, and I am such a sucky swimmer. So I, I did it, and believe it or not, I did it in a shamrock shaped swimming pool. I
See,
felt
that's why you did it. You had the look.
I had it all going on that way, and I felt comfortable in that shaped swimming pool for some reason. Granted, I'm not very strong at swimming, but at least I know that if I were to fall overboard, I'd have my life jacket too on. But if I were to fall overboard, I at least know how to doggy paddle. Just saying.
That's true.
So Kimmy said, that sounds cool, Dwayne. I love motorcycles. Her dad has 5 of them, always trying to get me to learn to drive one. Sounds like Tommy. And um, and Dwayne said that, nice, we have 3 in the garage right now. I saw something about, I thought it was Dwayne said that his kids, oh, yep, here. My daughter and her boyfriend bought bikes to work on. That's cool. Oh, somebody's mowing. Oh, Kimmy wants to know if Heather rides too. She couldn't remember if she mentioned that before. It's extremely relaxing and peaceful. Riding on the back of a motorcycle is awesome. So awesome. And I know how to ride. I won't drive it, but I'll ride it. One of my best friends went to school with Kylie Mayone. I don't know how to say that. She was nicknamed Gravel Rash. Is that a famous person?
I have no idea.
Oh, that's so not good. I'm hoping that's because she maybe crashed her motorcycle or a bicycle. Um, Not that I would ever want to have that nickname, or call anybody that nickname. Kim says, that's cool. There's something about freedom riding a bike gives you. Yes, yes, it does. I used to ride on the back of my grandfather's motorcycle. He had a Goldwing. I can't remember. He was a little bit older, but I absolutely loved riding on the back of my grandfather's motorcycle. It was such a free, like I had no worries when I was on the back of that motorcycle with him. I felt free. I felt like my mind wasn't going and fighting with itself mentally. It always helped relax my anxieties. But I felt safe with my grandpa. I felt safe with him. Um, Susie Woozy says, I feel like I sound like a jerk, but they have issues. Wait, what did I miss? Oh, does anyone find themselves to be empathetic? That means, what does that mean? That empathetic is, not having feelings towards something? Is
Is
that
that
what
no sympathy?
empathetic, to be
I
empathetic?
don't.
Or more than that? And if so, does it feel emotionally draining when your friends upload on you? I feel like they suck the life blood out of me. And then I feel like I sound like a jerk, but they have issues. You know, honestly, Susie Woozy, if you feel that some of your friends are emotionally draining you, you can still be friends with them, but you need to communicate with them saying, hey, I love you to death, but I have my own stuff I need to deal with. I can't do it. It's draining me, and I need to focus on myself. And I'm not trying to be rude, but I need to make sure that I'm okay before I can help anybody else. And it's okay to feel like that. So what you need to do is you need to go and you need to find somebody who will help you get through that and doesn't make you feel like everything emotionally is being drained from you. And that's why I like having the hashtag support buddy. You got you, and it's not being a jerk. It's explaining and expressing that you just can't do it. And if they don't like that answer, well, they obviously were not your friend, real friend in the beginning. So Dwayne says, Susie Woozy, my wife Heather is very empathetic. She has to limit her time in public because it's so draining. Exactly. I've heard her talk about that. Good morning. Hold on. Hold on. I got to go back up. I don't know why it did that. I want to make sure that I'm welcoming. Where'd it go? Uh, I know True Alliance. Oh, uh, hold on. I apologize. My chat jumped up and got silly on me. Oh, good morning, The Comfortable Life. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us this morning. And I thought I saw True Alliance in here, but maybe oh, yep, I did. True Alliance flag. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us. I hope you guys are having a beautiful Saturday. So we're actually going to head out here in a few minutes, but I want to give everybody the opportunity to put their input in. So down below in the comments, if you could give me one thing, you got to be willing to share, okay? Because we want to help each other. If you could give one thing that you do for yourself when your anxiety or your mental health kicks up that helps you come down and relax and try to work through. So if you give me one thing that you do to help you during and after a mental health, what's the right word to use? A mental health flare up. I know that kind of doesn't sound right either. But when your mental health is acting crazy and you do something to help you kind of come down from that, please put it down in the comments below, because I would love to hear it and love for other people to try it out as well. So I think we're going to head out actually. It's 2 minutes over. Thank you, Amy, for joining me. Stay after real quick before or after we're done. I love you guys. Much love. Please reach out to somebody. It's very important that you reach out to somebody to have that support. Don't struggle alone, because we're all struggling, and we might be able to help you. So with that, Amy, do you have anything you would like to say?
No, I don't think so. Not this time.
Okay. I put you on the spot and you just woke up, so I apologize. I'm sorry.
You're fine.
So everybody have an amazing day. My email is down below if you'd like to message me, if you need to chat, if you need any information. The suicide hotline link and phone number and everything is down below as well in my description. So please reach out to somebody. Know that you are worth it, you are loved, and you are not alone. With that, I bid you a great weekend and see you next Saturday for my 1-year anniversary of my spleen explosion. It'll be an interesting day for sure next week. So much love, and we'll see you later. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.